5 p.m. on Sunday then brings a wrap to the quarter-finals of the Dominic Smith Electrical Senior Football Championship in Chadwicks's Wexford Park. The second part of the double-header, it's Crossabeg-Ballymurn against Naomh Éanna. Crossabeg they got 3 wins in their group, and I would say they probably bet the 3 teams that would be expected or called maybe seen as the best teams in the group. They opened up with a defeat to the Starlights, who were caught late in that game, 2-7 to 12 points, but then they beat Castletown 2-8 to 10 points, and then another victory, a big victory over Kyle Nairn by 2-10 to 9 points. For losing out then to St Anne's by 10 points to 8, but they regrouped and got a 1 point victory over Glenbarntown in the final group game. Naomh Éanna, on the other hand, they were the novice team coming in as the intermediate champions. They were beaten comprehensively in opening round 5-10 to 2-8 by Gusron. And then they got their first win back in senior level when they beat St James's by 11 points to 9. The Shelmaliers beat them 2-12 to 2-9, and then they had that important draw against the Sarsfields, 11 points apiece, before turning the game on its head against Bunclody late on to win by 15 points to 2-7. Now, Darragh, obviously, I know yourself, you picked up a serious injury in that game, and it was one of those, as I said earlier on, it was a sort of a mini league there of about 4 teams, and Naomh Éanna got the win in that one. How do you rate them?
I rate them very highly. Again, they're similar to Sarsfields. They're a really, really young team. Against us, you had Rian Fitz in midfield, and he's only gone better and better as games gone by. He's after improving no end. We had Keane Malloy played against us that day, and again, he had a super game. He was hard to handle. Jack Dorn, centre forward, and then also looking at Dylan Cook-Leonard, who was actually involved in the Wexford Senior panel this year, he was very, very good, and he had a great left foot on him. I think Mick Casey is involved with him. Mick is a great trainer, we all know that, and he has them very well drilled. Maybe we were a bit unfortunate that day. We maybe should have won the game, but look, in fairness to them, they held their own. They won the game in the end, and it all depends. Charlie McGuckin is there as well. Charlie actually didn't play against us that day, I don't think. So again, he's another one centre back that's going to be kind of lording it, really, you know. So I rate Gorey highly, and their chances in this game are very, very high.
Yeah, and the Starlights, he got a late win over Crossabeg in the first round, and amazingly they lost to the 2 teams in the group that didn't make the quarterfinals. So they beat the 3 teams that did qualify with them. They've got a good coach in Brendan Keogh with them there, and they're very well drilled and a good side too.
Yeah, and they've talent all over the pitch as well. With Devrixes and O'Sheen, and right through the pitch, they're solid players. They're all fit, they're all strong, they're all in good shape. It's overall it's probably one of the fittest teams there. In terms of tough tackling. They'd always bring that game to it. And as well, you talk about the championship with the hurling and the structure of the championship. They're coming off last week with a good win over Clubon after extra time, to get him into the quarter-final of the hurling. Now, that went extra time. Is there the extra minutes in the legs, or will their fitness bring him through that, or will they take that as a mental victory and really progress then and bring that forward into the football as well? Yeah, and they've only conceded 1 game as well, or 1 goal there in the 4 games, which means that they're obviously really strong defensively after the first round. They conceded 2 that day, but they've only conceded 1 goal since that, Crossabeg.
Yeah, no, the Crossabeg, you look at the size of their team going through the spine of it. You have Paddy Devricks, Ronan Devricks, Oisin Foley, Paddy Foley. That's just to mention a few, but they're a serious team. I saw them last week against Glenbarntown, and it just the sheer size of the team itself was, and the physicality of them, it showed in every game I've seen them play this year, really. So look, obviously their defence is rock solid, and goals win games when it comes to it. And you're kind of looking at Crossabeg, they were kind of the surprise package this year so far, but looking at their team on paper, wasn't really a surprise. I probably shouldn't have been,
Yeah, and I suppose Gorey were a bit green, I'd say, in that first game against Gusron, but they've tightened up as well themselves since that, and they're a youthful group of winners, that crew of players now. Yeah, absolutely. Darragh mentioned a couple of names there as well, but you look at Rian Fitzpatrick, Dylan Cook-Leonard. These guys have potential to do what they want to do with football. They can really progress and be, really impact the Wexford senior team if they want to go down that road and progress on that. Obviously, being successful with their college teams and underage teams as well. But at the same time, with Naomh Éanna overall, I think their main objective for this year was avoid relegation. What's their mentality going to be like going into this quarter final? Are they going to really drive on and want to win this game, or are they happy enough just it's a free shot, let's see what happens, and do they concentrate on the hurling after that?
It's a difficult one to call, but there's definitely footballers in that, like the names that were mentioned. They're footballing guys, and they will definitely want to progress and maybe reach a county final, or if not even more.
Yeah, Darragh, I'm going to give you the call first in this one. What's your prediction?
Again, it's kind of a very, very youthful team in Gorey, and one name I never mentioned was Conor Kelly, who had a great game against Sarsfields. He was just glued to whoever he was marking, and same with against us today, marking Kevin O'Grady. He was excellent. But looking at this, I think that the physicality for Crossabeg is going to get them over the line. So, and again, I'm not sure how much Gorey are going to put into it. Now they might focus on hurling, but then again, as you said, they're a group of winners. They've all have county senior hurling medals. It'd be nice to get a county football senior medal as well. But I'm going to go with Crossabeg on this one.
Pa?
Yeah, I think so. I think Crossabeg probably has that bit of experience behind them. They were probably what Naomh Éanna were a couple of years ago. You know, Crossabeg has really come forward from what they were maybe 5-10 years ago, like from where they are now. And Naomh Éanna is starting to get that balance between hurling and football. Obviously, they're a stronger hurling team, but the footballers are coming up as well. Again, I think Naomh Éanna are happy to maybe maintain their senior status, and I think Crossabeg will just have enough for them on the day.
Okay, and I'm going to go against the two lads in this one. I think that the youthful little bit of flair that they have in Naomh Éanna will get them over the line, and they've, as I said, they've won, and there's probably a cohort of actual football players only in this group that might get them over the line this one, so I'm going to go for Naomh Éanna to win this one.